Hey, what's up? So you want to get into some live content creation? You want to use OBS Studios? You're not sure where to start in the settings tab because there's so many to go through? Well, in this little quick tutorial here, I'll get you started right the first time. Let's get into it. Here we go. So the first thing you want to do is head down to the bottom right here on the settings tab. That's going to bring up this pop-up here. In the general side here, there's not much to do other than change your theme to the dark. Looks the crispest. It's the nicest look in my opinion. Everything could be spotted really crisp, so change it to that if it's not already there. In your stream here, you don't have to do much unless you have a streaming service and you're going to pop your URL down here. In my case, I have YouTube Gaming, but for now you can leave that blank. You don't need to worry about that just yet. Output is going to be where you're going to have the major changes. Starting with streaming, if you plan to get in some streaming, make sure you got your encoder set to the NVIDIA 264 new encoder here. And make sure that your enforced streaming service encoder settings is check marked here. I run at 1080p, so depending on your resolution of your monitor, you might want to change that, but in my case here, I have 1080p. Your rate control should be set to CBR, and your bit rate should be about 4500. Depending on which platform you use, 4500 is a good start. Your keyframe intervals should be set to 2 here. I run my present at quality, so I can have a little bit of extra room here with my GPU to render. You might get away with max quality if you're running a 260 or 2060 or 2070 and higher GPU, but quality works just fine in my opinion. The profile, set that to high. Keep your look ahead checked off here and your psycho visual tuning on. Your GPU should be at 0, but your max B frames, keep that at 2. Let's move to recording. This is going to have the most impact on the quality of your videos after they're rendered. So make sure that your recording path is a place that you can access easily. And what helped me is making sure it's on an SSD so it renders fast and I can access it and view it once it's done recording quickly. Make sure your recording format here is set to MP4. And again, your encoder, you should probably have it here at the new NVIDIA 264. I render at 1080p, so depending on once again on your monitor, keep it at what your resolution is. There's a lot of different versions here. A lot of people have a lot of things to say about your rate control, but in my opinion, CBR is the one that gives me the best quality. Your bit rate here should be set to 16,000. That's about the gold standard for 60 frames per second at 1080p resolution. You're going to have good quality if you set it to that. You'll see. Keep your keyframe intervals here at 2 again. And I go for max quality. I want the max quality here. My GPU can handle it, so I keep that at max. Your profile, set that to high, but in this case, make sure that your look ahead is checked on. You have your psycho visual tuning checked on. And once again, your GPU is at 0 and your max B frames is set to 2. Let's go to the audio channel here. Now, by default, the bitrate will be set lower than 320. So you should go ahead and you should change all of these tracks from 1 all the way to 6 up to 320 for the highest quality audio that you can render at. And a replay buffer, there's not much to do here. Keep this unchecked. For the audio channel, I set mine to 48 kilohertz. 41 is also good as well, depending on what your computer renders at. So 48 should be fine, and I believe Windows 10, that's the gold standard now. Your channels should be set to stereo. For your desktop audio, you want to make sure that you're set here to wherever your audio is coming out of. So in my case here, if I go down to my sound at the bottom of my computer, I am going out of my Audio Technica M50Xs. So that's where I am sending my audio to in my headphones right now. Your microphone should be whatever device you're using. In my case, I'm using my USB PNP mic. So you can choose whatever microphone that you plan to use. It's plugged in. All of these should be set to default. There's nothing much to change here other than your monitoring device, where you want to hear the monitor. If you want to hear your voice, you want to hear your voice coming through your microphone just now, set that to wherever your audio is coming out of, whether it's speakers or in my case, headphones. Video is also an important one to check. Make sure that your resolution here is set to whatever your display resolution is of your monitor. So in my case, I'm running 1080p. And for this downscale filter, you want to make sure that you're on the Lanczos here at 36 sample rate. So make sure you got that checked off all the way there. And I'm going at 60 frames per second. So make sure that you're changing this common FPS value to 60 frames. And that's a wrap. With those settings, you're going to have some good quality audio, some good quality video recorded, and I wish you the best on your content creation journey. Till next time, see you later. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you found this helpful. Peace.